You look lost.
Yeah, I am lost. It's this room I was looking for just disappeared. I mean, who designed this hospital anyway? David Copperfield?
Well, if you could tell me where you need to go.
I'm looking for the guy who runs the donor program.
Right. So at the end, you make a left, then another left, and you proceed to room 151 on your right, past the coffee machine. Okay?
Yeah. Blair, hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm not sure. I got this phone call from the donor program administrator. Said something about a meeting postponed 30 minutes or something. Well, what's going on? What meeting?
Nothing. It's got nothing to do with you. I'm the one who's got a meeting with him.
Without me?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him a few questions by myself. Is that a problem? Look, Blair, we're not twins, all right? We're not even... All right. I guess you have a right to know.
Well, thank you so much, Todd.
I wanted to talk to him about widening the search for a bone marrow donor. Going national if we had to.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, even if we eventually look into this transplant thing, I mean, shouldn't we look into Star's closest relative first?
Nobody matched.
You already checked everybody out, and you didn't tell me?
Look, Blair, you're the one that didn't want to talk about a transplant, remember?
Doesn't give you the license to go behind my back.
I'm Star's father. I am doing what's best for my daughter.
Whether her mother likes it or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Counselors, please don't stray. We're trying to accomplish something here.
Come on, Nora, talk to me.
Alex, she overheard us talking in the ladies' room about Bo being in Boston. She took off, and then Andy went after her.
How long ago was that?
Oh, gosh, it was after my coughing fit and before I went into Jewish folktales.
Mrs. Buchanan, we still have a witness on the stand and a jury waiting patiently in another room, not to mention a witness who has finally decided he'd like us to know all that he knows.
Yes, Your Honor. What happens if Alex knows that Andy's tailing her?
This is possibly the most unusual set of circumstances I've had to deal with in 22 years.
Mrs. Buchanan, has Detective Harrison checked in yet? What about the APB on Alex Olenoff? Okay, listen, I want Detective Harrison added to that APB. I feel that she may be in danger right now, okay? I want this given top priority. All units available, I want them involved in this. You start with the transportation hubs. Planes, trains, automobile. You just find those two, all right?
Look, Bo, I got a couple ideas of my own. I'm gonna go check them out.
Now, you can't be serious.
What am I supposed to do? Stick around here while Andy's in trouble?
That's exactly what I mean.
Tony, listen to me. You can't do anything that I don't have the entire police department trying to do right now. Now, when we find Andy, and I know that we will find her, I don't want her to think that you jeopardized your trial just for her sake, okay? She's smart. She can take care of herself, all right?
Gentlemen, please. Let's keep up logical.
Yeah, this old shopping center's about to be demolished. I'm sure it won't hurt too much. Once that first piece of concrete falls.
Alex, you don't want to do this. It's not too late to stop before you get into real trouble.
Oh, let's think about that. By now, Mortimer's already told Bo that he saw me shoot Carlo. How much more trouble could I be in?
Like you said, it wasn't your fault. You were hurt. You were betrayed. Now, if you just let me go. Just let me go and show a little remorse like you've shown me. Then they'll have to believe you.
Nobody would believe this.
Yes. Yes, they will. They'll believe you. They'll understand. I understand.
I know you do, and I appreciate that so much. When you picked up those scissors to stab me just now, you know, some people would have taken that the wrong way.
God, Alex, I can't tell you how stupid that was or how sorry I am. I am really sorry, but it's like, Alex, I really am. I'm like you. I'm like you were that night on the Orion. It's like when I get in these desperate situations, it's like I can't even think straight. And I'm looking at you now. And right now, God, I just want to be like you are now. You're so calm. You're so calm. Here you are in a tight situation, and you're so cool about everything.
Oh, that's just how I am.
I've always admired you, you know. I have. A lot of women do. I mean, you're so you're so gorgeous, and you're making it in a man's world. You're like a role model for all of us. I mean, look at you, Alex. You're gorgeous. You're so put together. You got your own style. I mean, I could never be like you. Could never look like you.
Yes, you could.
No, I couldn't. Unless maybe.
What?
Well, look where we are. Could you maybe?
You want me to make up your face?
Yeah. Yeah, if you do it.
Okay. I'll do my best. It's the least I can do. Since this is the last time anybody will ever see you.
Andy's car's still in her spot at the station house. She must have followed Alex on foot.
What, Alex Oltl walking? No, Benny, when this woman flees, she flees in style.
Well, the limo driver says he hasn't seen a sign of her.
That's probably the first place that she thought that we would look. Listen, I want all cab companies canvassed, all right? Talk to every cab driver in this town. See if anybody picked up Andy or Alex Oltl, see where they took them.
Okay, I'm on it.
Thanks.
Heads, 2 out of 3.
Forget it. We agreed. Heads, you stay here and cover the trial. I go cover the hunt for Alex.
Hey.
What is it? Tell me. Do you think Andy's in trouble?
Alex is already on edge. It won't take much to push her over.
Mr. Buchanan, just how much of Carlo Hesse's murder do you now claim to have witnessed?
Right from the get-go, Your Honor, I had a ringside seat. First for the preliminary bout with Antonio Vega, and then the main bout with Alex Hesse. The things I could tell you,
We'll
Judge...
save it for the witness stand, Mr. Buchanan. I'm sure Mrs. Buchanan would be happy to ask you a question or two.
More than happy, Your Honor.
Mr. Buchanan, would you please be seated? We'll be with you momentarily.
Yes, sir.
Jury's watching you with new eyes. Take it easy.
Bailiff, please call in the jury. Mr. Gannon, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have one last question, Mr. Byrne. Is it true you were promised full immunity from any charges stemming from your involvement in the murder of your brother in exchange for your testimony here today?
Yes, indeed. That is the essence of my understanding with the Police Commissioner Buchanan.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Byrne, you may step down.
Thank you.
Mrs. Buchanan.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. The defense recalls Asa Buchanan. Permission to treat him as a hostile witness, Your Honor.
Permission granted.
Call Asa Buchanan.
Mr. Buchanan, I would remind you that you are still under oath and that the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania takes a very uncharitable attitude to perjury.
Mr. Buchanan?
Yes, Nora.
Would you please tell the court this time exactly where you were when Carlo Hesse was murdered?
I was at Manning's party on a ship.
And where exactly were you on the SS Orion?
Like I said, I was going up the stairs to the deck, and the lights went on.
Okay, get your handcuffs off your belt. Get your handcuffs off your belt right now! Hurry up! Put them on your wrist right now. One at a time, hurry up. Do I have to do it for you? I thought you were helping me how to do this sort of thing. Yeah, that one, and then the other one. The other one! Okay. No, it's not okay. I'll tell you when it's okay. You shut up! Got it? Good. Now, with your complexion, you really ought to do sort of a pink sort of color. So, this is your final moment. You choose which one you like.
Okay. How about if, what the one that's real close to me there? That one that's near me.
That's a nice choice. All right. Good. Very nice. You got very nice lips. You really do. All right, now for your eyes, you need to put a little bit of liner right here and a little bit of mascara. Okay? I'll hold the mirror. You can do it yourself. Go on.
This one right here?
I envy you, you know that. You're dying at just the right time. Before Antonio betrays you. Like all men do sooner or later.
Oh, he's already hurt me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of times. I mean, I never even knew if I could trust him, you know, all those lies.
My mother always said. She always said that men were beasts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so happy to have a girlfriend because women usually don't like me. I haven't had a girlfriend in a long time.
Well, you've got one now. I got something in my eye. I think. Could you maybe see?
I hate that.
I know this isn't very good, but could you just?
Like I said, I was on the stairs going to the deck, and the lights blew out.
But you didn't go back to the ballroom then, did you?
No.
So you saw what happened next.
Yes, I did.
Would you please tell it to the court?
Well, even though it was dark, you couldn't miss Carlo Hesse. Not with that shiny bald head.
And he was?
Right up against the railing, like he was expecting a water taxi. But he wasn't expecting what hit him. Out of nowhere, a cyclone named Antonio Vega nailed him. Hesse pulled out a gun. The Vega kid took exception to that. Started giving Hesse the beating of his life. The gun went flying across the deck. And then boom. Suddenly the fight went out of Hesse. He was slumping over the rail. Vega took off. That's when I saw my ex-wife, Alex Hesse, come around the corner, holding a smoking gun.
And what did you do then?
To be honest, Nora, I wanted to cheer. But then I thought, if Alex is celebrating popping off husbands, I could be next, so I get the hell out of there.
And you waited to come forward with this information until today?
I'm not very proud of it. But Carlo Hesse beat me out of $30 million a year ago at the Palace Hotel. I figured if I turned in Alex, I'd never see a nickel of it. So I thought I'd let it ride a little while.
A little while, Mr. Buchanan. The case was about to go to the jury.
Your Honor, I was never going to let that Vega kid do time in prison. I'm sorry, son, but it was business. $30 million worth of business.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Buchanan.
What do you got, Benny? All right, you were right about the cabbage, Commissioner. We found a couple of them. They got women fitting the description, Alex and Andy. And get this, they got out that strip mall on Wilkinson.
It's the one that's scheduled to be bulldozed, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Who's close?
Peterman and Squire in the black and white. They're on their way.
Great, great. The entire department is on alert right now. Just make sure everybody knows that Alex is armed and desperate. It's a bad combination. Just ask Carlo Hesser.
Mr. Buchanan, are you aware that concealing knowledge of a crime is a crime? Are you aware that leaving the scene of a crime is a crime? And are you aware that lying under oath is a crime? In fact, can you give me one reason why I shouldn't have you arrested and locked up right now?
Yes. I gave you the killer. All right, I did it on my own time, not yours. But nobody forced me to do it. And instead of threatening me, Hank, why don't you get your crackerjack cops out there and hunt down that murderous ex-wife of mine? And when they find her, you tell those boys to duck.
I have no further questions for this witness.
No redirect, Your Honor.
Then the witness may step down. Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that what has transpired here this afternoon is not your usual criminal trial. I think the legal term for it would be once in a blue moon. I had hoped to proceed to jury instruction at this point, but what those instructions ought to be requires another night's consideration. Therefore, this court is adjourned till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All rise.
Yeah, I'm still in court. Is black and white on the scene? Tell them to stay put. I'm on my way. They found Andy and Alex.
Where?
Alex is holding Andy hostage at an abandoned beauty parlor. Come on, let's go.
Bo, be careful.
I don't know why, but Alex still trusts me. I better go.
Patrick.
Bo!
Oh,
You lied to me. You said you were my friend. Oh, is this how you treat your friend? Well, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Is that how it goes?
Alex, come on, just don't do this. They'll get you before you even get to the airport.
You won't come to the airport.
Alex, come on. They're out there looking for us. They're out there. They're gonna get us. It's not too late. You can... Alex, just let it go before... Before what? Alex, don't do this. Don't do this, Alex!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I haven't had a choice since Carlo came back from the dead. In the past year, I have gone from a mansion to a mayor's office to this. This sort of thing doesn't happen to people by accident. It just happens to be my fate. So, I'm sorry that you got caught up in the whole thing. But there's just nothing I can do about it.
Alex, please. Alex, don't do this. Don't leave me here, Alex, please. Help me! I'm in here!
You know what, Todd? I don't like being lied to.
I wasn't lying to you, Blair. I just didn't think you could handle the truth. But, Blair, I saw what all this transplant talk did to you, all right? So I figured that I would get things started and then maybe you wouldn't have to worry about it until later. I mean, that was my plan, anyway.
Look, Todd, you don't need to protect me. I'm supposed to be protecting Star.
Look, I just thought maybe this was my chance to carry the ball for a while.
We have to do this together, all of it. The idea that Star would even be sick enough to have a bone marrow transplant is hard to take.
Yeah?
Well, I just want to be a part of what is done to her and for her, all right? And look, I'm not going to hide anymore. And I don't think you should hide any of it from me either. Even though I know that you meant well, I know that you did.
And you?
No, I don't think. No, I don't have mine with me.
Sure. Oh. Briggs, why are you calling me? You're supposed to be at the courthouse. Are you what? Alex Hesser? Well, you don't say. Well, I guess you won't have trouble finding a front page story then, will you? No, I'm not coming in. I got a few things that I got to take care of. Well, why don't you take care of everything? That's why I pay you so much damn money.
Come on, that sounds interesting. What is it?
No, it isn't. It isn't. It's...
What?
Well, Buchanan dug up Carlo Hesser's long-lost brother, and he said that Alex killed Carlo.
Alex?
I know, that seals it.
Oh, my God.
Son's not going to endorse her for re-election. I guess Hank Cannon really screwed up. And so did I. I'm sorry that I started doing all of this without talking to you first.
Well, Dr. Fairfax should be in his office for the donor program. We shouldn't keep him waiting.
Ooh. Where are you oozing off to?
The police commissioner is through with me.
Asa Buchanan isn't. We got some high finances I'd like to hear about.
Like what?
Like a little old 3 with a whole bunch of zeros after it.
I told the police everything I know.
Tell me what you don't know.
No, let me go.
Look, I'll give you something. You tell me what you want to hear. I'll turn you upside down and rip your lungs out.
Now, help me. Somebody...
You hear me?
Hey, release Mr. Byrne right now.
Mr. Byrne. Oh, Mr. Byrne. Mr. Byrne, how would you like to burn in hell, Mr. Byrne?
Pa, you're in enough trouble already. Now just back off.
You won this hand, you slimy. But I'll tell you something. I'm going to be watching you till I get my damn money back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where do you think you're going, Mr. Byrne?
My testimony being completed, I thought I'd leave the rest of my information on the police commissioner's desk and fly back to Boston.
Well, I don't think so. You're not going to leave this town until Alex is apprehended. I might need you to testify at her trial.
Oh, no. That's not part of my plea bargain.
It is now.
What's going on out there?
This is the police. The building is surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Do you have the vests for these gentlemen?
Yes, Commissioner.
Where do we stand, Benny?
We stopped the demolition. The wrecking crew has cleared out, and the SWAT team has the more sealed tight. As far as we can tell, Alex is armed, and Andy's in there with her in the abandoned beauty shop.
Has anybody tried talking to her?
Yeah, the SWAT guy did. Told to surrender.
And?
Nothing.
Okay. Alex?
Move your chest.
Alex, come on. Listen to Bo. Listen to him before somebody gets hurt.
Oh, I think I know the Buchanans a little bit better than you do, honey.
Alex, this is a mistake.
You're the one who made the mistake by following me here in the first place.
Now I have to fix it.
Carla. Look, I guess I owe you an apology. I know that's not enough.
You're right. It's not nearly enough.
Believe it or not, Carlotta, I can understand why you feel...
You have no idea what I'm feeling.
Look, I made some mistakes. And I did probably what anybody in my position would have done, man or woman. Now, criminals have been convicted on a lot less evidence than we had on Antonio. Or we thought we had.
Well, then maybe next time you should listen a little less to the evidence.
And listen to what instead?
To people. Just get a sense of a person. Because sometimes they don't lie.
But sometimes they do.
Oh. Yes, that's true. Like Asa Buchanan, hmm?
But how do I tell the difference without listening to the evidence, huh?
Just by listening to your heart. You get a feeling for the truth.
No, Carlotta. The day we start passing out judgment based on a feeling, well, then people like us will suffer the most.
Mommy, what are you doing talking to him?
Chris.
Unless you're talking about the lawsuit we're filing against the DA's department, the police, then...
None of this would have happened if Asa Buchanan had told the truth at the beginning.
Antonio telling the truth, it just wasn't good enough, was it? Was it? Take some big, rich white man to come here and tell it, and then to believe my brother.
Are you out of your mind talking to me like this?
Man, can't you see? It doesn't matter who's doing your job. The law will always stay the same color.
See, Hank? You see the power you have? To take away a man's freedom and a boy's faith?
Carlotta, maybe no one has the right to pass judgment on another human being. But as long as there's crime and evil in this world, somebody's got to do it. So people hire people like me to do a job that's better left to God. Now, sometimes we make mistakes, some terrible mistakes. But your son, he's going to walk away a free man. And as for me, well, I have my mistakes to live with. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, Cannon. How about you do me a favor now?
With what?
What would you think? The money. My 30 million. How do I get my hands on it?
Asa, I don't give a damn about your blood money.
Blood money? That's legal tender. Legally mine.
Yeah. And for that money, Antonio Vega and his family spent months wondering if he was going to live his last days as a free man. And his whole city was turned upside down and against itself. Now you tell me, is that blood money or not?
I'll tell you what. Suppose I give the city a cut of that bad money. I pay for the trial, the investigation, and the troubles of the Vega family.
And how big of a check are you willing to write for Andy Harrison? We just learned she was kidnapped by Alex.
What the hell's that got to do with me?
Everything. You and Hesser.
You dare compare me to that scum?
You bet I do. Mortimer Burns not his twin. You are. If greed was a crime, if it was a felony, you two would match crime for crime. And you listen to me. If you do get your money back, you take my advice. Buy yourself a soul, Asa. And a mighty good lawyer if anybody gets hurt in that mall.
Well, let's do something, Commissioner.
I am doing something. Trying to get her to start talking.
Well, there's got to be something else we can do.
Maybe I should go inside.
What are you, nuts? She's armed, Patrick.
Yeah, she's probably scared, but since you put us together, she seems to trust me.
All right. But you do it from out here.
Now get up. Get up now.
Alex, Patrick, are you all right?
Just talk to him.
Patrick! Patrick is my friend.
What do you say we settle this thing?
Patrick?
Alex, hi. How you doing? I can help you. Why don't you let me come in?
All right. Come on.
All right, but you tell her we're both coming in.
Alex, I'm, bringing
Sergeant Bow, is that all right?
No.
He won't let me come in without him.
All right, fine. But no guns. And you better be ready to give me what I want.
That's fine. We'll be right in.
Thank you. Denny?
No more talk.
Alex, just calm down and talk to him.
I've got the gun. I feel fine. Oh, Patrick. Oh, Patrick, it's so nice to see you.
Sorry, old nothing.
Well, things have been pretty hectic around here, but I'm feeling more positive now.
Good, that's great. Is there anything we can get you?
Yeah. I need Ace's jet, fueled up and ready to go, and a limo to take us to the airport.
No! No!
Well, you're wrong. You should hear the woman out, Bo.
Where you planning to go, Alex?
I thought I should go to Russia, where I have some family. Thought maybe they'd give me a job.
No. No, I'm not sending you to Russia. I'm sending you to Statesville.
We can't blame Alex for this. Carlo Hesse caught a lot of innocent people in this web.
Thanks, Patrick.
Okay, now. Call Ace to get the plane ready.
Not a chance.
So now you do want to help with the search for the donor?
Yes.
I guess I didn't remember how strong you are when things get rough. Well, I've been on the other side of that for so long.
Well, I am back in the battle tide. Thank you for going ahead when I wasn't.
Well, it's been a long time since you said that I did anything right. And, I promise I won't go behind your back anymore.
I promise that you won't have a reason to.
Okay, Cassie, we'll hold the first edition as long as we can. Okay. Alex is still holding Andy at gunpoint. The SWAT team is in position. Patrick and Bo are inside talking to Alex.
Wait, Bo's inside?
Yeah, that was Cassie, and,
Yeah, she's still on the scene.
with a gun-toting fugitive on the inside and a small army outside. So, Dad, I'll be there. Look, whoa, calm down, whoa. He knows what he's doing, okay?
He hasn't been in the field since he was shot.
Oh, please, don't you start. I've had enough lectures. The kid's free. Nobody can tell me I did anything wrong.
Oh, I know that, Pa. Nobody can tell you anything. And you know, I wouldn't even try, except... Well, there's going to be a whole bunch of bad feelings toward the whole family because of this.
So what's new? The Buchanan's been resented for years. The bigger we get, the more we're resented.
Well, you know why? Because they think that we are cold and cruel and arrogant and uncaring about anything and everything except money and power. And I'm beginning to see the point.
That's fine, Clint, that's fine. You keep feeling bad about our money. But old Ace will keep making it.
You just don't get it, do you? And, Pa, you're never going to learn. I left home at 16 because we didn't see eye to eye. And you know what? We still don't. And I reckon we never will. I am flat damn ashamed of what you said, the things you said in this courtroom today. But what the hell? Nobody can tell you anything. Because, well, you just don't get it. And you're never gonna learn.
Frequent flyer miles for killing a man.
Oh, that's nice. That's just great, Bo. Can you remember who was killed that night? It was Carlo Hesser, Poseidon. He didn't deserve to live, if you ask me. And he shot at that woman.
Oh, Patrick, thank you. That's exactly how it happened.
I know. And think about what she did to the community. As a mayor, what she did to the people in Angel Square, brought down by Carlo, a killer himself.
She is a murderer. I've been sitting in a courtroom listening to eyewitness testimony. These eyewitnesses testified they saw her shoot a man in the head. She is going to pay.